Hi everyone, and welcome to the Young Phoenix Rising Zine launch and panel discussion. My name is Caroline Rose Grayson, and I am the current artist in residence at Southern Equality Studios. So for those of you who aren't familiar with this project, Young Phoenix Rising is a compilation zine that features both visual and written works of art from young queer and trans artists based here in North Carolina. This project was created in collaboration with Southern Equality Studios, which is the art-focused facet of the campaign for Southern Equality, and Strange Fruit Zine, which is an ever-evolving zine project that focuses on empowering QT BIPOC creatives. This particular issue focuses on the nuances of empowerment and pride and solidarity from the perspectives of queer and trans youth. We really wanted to create a platform for this particular demographic, considering the harsh conditions that these communities are often subjected to. And we really just wanted to stand in solidarity and give young queer and trans artists the opportunity to express themselves as authentically as possible, while also combating a lot of the harmful narratives that exist out in the world. I know that this project means a lot to me, as well as many of you who are here, and so I just want to thank you all for being here in community with us.
So the first question is personally my most favorite. What makes you feel powerful?
When I'm able to be out as I can, as confident with my identity as I possibly can.
To be able to listen to myself and my own needs and make informed choices makes me feel really powerful.
I feel really powerful when I'm in community with other queer and trans people. I really feed off the energy of just like being in a space where I don't have to explain things as much, and I know people are going to get it more often than not. There's always differences and always things that not everyone's going to get, but it's at least a little easier in those spaces. And I really feel a lot more empowered to do the work that needs to be done when I can rejoice with other people.
I feel powerful when I try something new, even if I'm bad at it, just to like go out of my comfort zone and to remind myself that I can learn anything, I can do anything.
It's what do you want the world to know about you?
I want the people around me to know that I'm growing and learning new things and becoming new versions of myself. To feel accepted in that way, I think, is like the goal.
I think for me, the one thing that I really want people to know is just like, I'm not going away. That despite everything that's happening in the world right now, it's like, I'm here. The people that have come before me have made an amazing path for me, and I'm going to keep making that path for the people that come after.
I'm going to speak my mind no matter what, and I'm going to be unapologetically myself. My truth and my experiences are not affected by anyone else's truth and experiences, and that I'm still going to keep being me no matter what happens in my life.
Okay, next up, safety. What makes you feel safe?
I have a really wonderful partner who makes me feel really safe. Safe to be myself and safe to, relax. There's a lot of places in the world where you can be really tense all the time, and when you feel that relaxation of being around people that make you feel safe and comfortable, you can really feel it in your body. Be able to rely on the people around you. It's very human to have that support system, and we keep each other safe.
Much of my support system is here listening to the panel, and I appreciate all of you. And I think that, just knowing that other people are out there and have your back no matter what is a great help, especially right now, to make me feel safer.
Kind of spiritually and existentially, I feel very safe whenever I am like barefoot outside and just kind of really surrounded by nature.
This kind of has to do with like support group, but I would say I feel most safe like in day-to-day life when I have crafted my life so that I can leave if I need to or want to, that I know the people in my life like won't judge me, or that I'm like creating my own hours to work and stuff, so that if I'm overwhelmed, I can just leave. That's very powerful and just like a really simple way to feel safe in any situation. Same with like conversations. Like I can be an advocate and a warrior when I have the energy, and I can allow myself to leave and recharge when I need that.
If you woke up tomorrow and your world was perfect, what would have changed overnight?
I feel like, if anything, mistakes, or I don't really like to look at mistakes as mistakes. I like to look at them as lessons. So I feel like life is just full of lessons, and life is full of different opportunities to change and to grow. So I think in a quote unquote perfect world, uh, we would all accept that no one is perfect.
Just basically a culture that is more focused on helping people and protecting people instead of money and gains.
When I think of like a perfect world, I just see everyone having an equitable quality of life and not having any suffering, having any discrimination, or facing these hardships that are seem avoidable, but alas, we encounter them still.
Is there any steps that we and you as individuals can take to make these things happen? Can take to build community, to keep each other safe? Because some of these things don't seem, they're big, but I always like to think like, what can we do?
I think it's important to like model the behaviors that you want to see to the people that you love. So like especially with community and stuff like that. Like something important to me is being a safe space in my friend group if someone's going through trauma or mental health or whatever, that I keep making sure that I'm like in their path, like, hey, talk to me, hey, I got you, and just be a non-judgmental space. And then you'll see that the people around you start to mirror that back to you too.
I think along that same line, mutual aid is really important. If you have something that you can provide to a community, even if it's not like a physical resource, even if it's like knowledge that you have that you can share that'll help make things easier for people. Like I currently volunteer with the Trans Lifeline, and I'm helping people get like their names changed and like giving them information for that. And I think that having that knowledge and being able to share it with people around me is really important, and is an important step towards making a stronger community when we can provide those things for the people that are in it with us.
You said, Kaden, that you worked for Trans Lifeline, and I was wondering if you could tell folks a little bit more about that.
Trans Lifeline is a really great organization that's focused on providing mutual aid resources and also a crisis hotline that will not call the police on trans people for the community. And that's a really important tenet for safety reasons in the community. So it's a it's a hotline that's open to any trans person in crisis that needs to talk to a peer about anything in their life that's going on. But also we have a microgrants program that's open from the 1st to the 14th of every month to help people get microgrants for name changes. And as part of that, we provide the money for every step of the process, including like new passports, new IDs, court orders, anything that the state requires. But we also just give you like a really detailed guide of all the information that we have about your county and your state, about how the process goes. And we try to connect you to any resources in the area we have. We have a couple of lawyers that'll do like pro bono work looking over your forms. But yeah, it's an amazing resource, and I encourage all of you to check out the website.
When I was thinking about this earlier, I was thinking of the phrase like tending to our own gardens. And that phrase where people say the grass is always greener on the other side. And what I like to do first is to tend to my own garden and say like, what can I do to make myself feel fulfilled? And then once I have like the energy and the capability to share that with others, then I can. Because if I'm not tending to my own garden, then I'm going to be looking at someone else's and either passively being negative or actively causing harm to it.